Let's be honest. When you think of iShowSpeed, the first thing that probably comes to mind is chaos. Barking on stream, screaming random stuff, breaking controllers. But what if I told you that underneath all that madness is one of the most unexpected and entertaining football stories of our generation? ShowSpeed didn't grow up dreaming of being the next Ronaldo. He wasn't out there training in cleats as a kid. But somehow, through pure passion, internet fame, and a little bit of madness, Speed has become a huge part of modern football culture. Today, we're breaking down how a kid from Ohio went from not even knowing the offside rule to scoring goals in front of packed stadiums. So, let's rewind. Before the football stuff, Speed was just this super energetic kid streaming games like Fortnite and horror games. He blew up on YouTube because of how loud, wild, and unpredictable he was. But the moment everything started to change, when he picked up FIFA. At first, it was honestly painful to watch. He had no clue how to play. He'd rage over basic fouls, mispronounce player names like Cristiano Ronaldo, and celebrate own goals like he just won the World Cup. But that was the magic. He was being real. You could tell he wasn't pretending to be some FIFA expert. He was discovering the game live, and the internet loved it. People who didn't even care about football were watching just to see what he'd do next. Then came the moment. Speed shouted "Suey" for the first time, copying Ronaldo's iconic celebration, but in the most over-the-top Speed kind of way. That one scream basically turned into his catchphrase. Every clip, every stream, every meme, you'd hear that yell. Suddenly, people were associating him with football, even if he was still learning the basics. And even though it started as a joke, Speed actually started getting into the sport. He began asking more questions on stream, watching real matches, and reacting to highlights. You could see the shift happening. It wasn't just content anymore. He was genuinely falling in love with the game. Eventually, watching and playing FIFA wasn't enough. Speed wanted to try it in real life. So he grabbed a ball and started filming himself kicking it around at local fields. And look, it was rough. His technique was wild, his aim was off, and he fell. A lot. But he never cared. He just kept going. That's the thing about Speed. He's not afraid to look silly. He'd record TikToks of him doing Ronaldo celebrations, trying free kicks, even just sprinting around for no reason. People started seeing him as more than just a meme. He was actually putting in effort, and it was fun to watch. He wasn't trying to be the best footballer. He was just showing love for the game. The big turning point came in 2022 when he got invited to the Sidemen charity match. This was massive. Speed, who had gone from barely knowing what a corner kick was now playing in a full stadium in front of thousands. His performance? Pure entertainment. He sprinted like he was running from the police, tackled people left and right, and even scored a goal that got ruled offside, but celebrated anyway, like he just won the Ballon d'Or. That celebration, iconic. Fans went nuts. It wasn't about skill anymore. It was about energy, and Speed brought all of it. That match showed the world that he belonged in football, not as a player maybe, but as an entertainer, as someone who gets people hyped about the sport. Let's not forget the moment that felt like a full-circle movie ending. Speed finally meeting his idol, Cristiano Ronaldo. After all the memes, all the suey screams, and fanboy moments, it actually happened. He met Ronaldo in real life, and you could see on Speed's face how much it meant to him. This wasn't just a clout thing. This was a kid who genuinely looked up to a football hero, and now he was shaking his hand. The internet went crazy. It was one of those rare, wholesome moments where everyone, even the haters, had to smile. That meeting proved how far Speed had come, not just as a creator, but as a person genuinely connected to football. Today, Speed's not just a YouTuber or streamer. He's become a global football personality. He's been to World Cup events, met players, been featured in football shows, and even got his own football kit. Young fans recognize him just like they'd recognize a Premier League star. His influence is insane. He's introduced so many new people to the game, people who might have never watched football if it weren't for his content. And yeah, he's still chaotic. He still barks on stream. But now he's also the guy showing love to the sport in his own way. That's what makes his journey special. It's not about being perfect. It's about being passionate. So what can we learn from IShowSpeed's football journey? Honestly, it's that you don't need to be an expert or grow up on a pitch, or even know the rules to love this game. Sometimes passion hits you out of nowhere. Speed took a simple FIFA stream and turned it into a global football movement. He made football fun for millions. And yeah, he might not ever play in a real league, but in the world of football entertainment, he's already a legend. If you've ever felt like you were too late to start something, just remember Speed. From zero knowledge to meeting Ronaldo, anything can happen when you go all in.